Stacey Scheibel.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us tonight. We begin this evening with an 8 on your side investigation. Packed in and packing heat. Bullets flying inside a busy Tampa nightclub. 3 men shot on the dance floor and hundreds stuffed inside that club at the time. Did owners put safety at risk here? Well, police are telling us the club was at capacity when that shooting happened. Despite the security guards, someone managed to get a gun inside. Mark Douglas is investigating this club's past, and he is joining us live with the story.
Well, good evening to you, Keith. As you can tell, Club Viva is closed at the moment, but when it is opened, there is armed security here, and no one gets in without a pat-down. But someone came packing to this party early this morning and unloaded on the dance floor, jammed with club-goers. Club Viva calls itself one of the hottest spots in town, and it sure was smoking around 2 a.m. this morning when shots rang out on the dance floor.
Our officers were here and doing some proactivity around Club Viva when they heard shots being fired from inside the club.
Someone unloaded 3 to 7 rounds, slightly wounding 3 men. Bullets hit 2 in the leg and 1 in the lower torso.
A minor argument started on the dance floor. None of the victims believe that the argument involved them.
Tampa police initially reported 500 people in the club with a capacity of 285. They later lowered that estimate to somewhere between 200 and 300 clubgoers.
And from what I'm hearing, that it was a bit overcrowded.
Fire Marshal Milton Jenkins tells me it's tough to know how overcrowded since everyone's scattered when bullets started flying, but you can bet Club Viva is on his radar now.
We'll check for the next couple of weeks or so to make sure they are operating the way they should be.
There are sketchier night spots in Tampa, but there's no mistaking Club Viva for Chuck E. Cheese. Since January, there's been a robbery, a carjacking, an attempted suicide, and 1 attack on police. It's a hot spot, all right.
They do have security, both armed and unarmed, and the unarmed security at the door does pat down each person that enters it.
Hey, it's my fault. Can you cue us? We lost IFP.
There's a question, too.
All right, Mark, I think if you can hear me.
Police collected plenty of shell casings last night, but at last report they couldn't locate a single witness in that packed crowd who could or would identify the shooter. Now, I did some digging on the owner. Turns out he owned another club in Tallahassee called Cheeks, where there were 2 shootings last year, one of them fatal, one of them involving police. So he's got some history with all of this. I spoke with him briefly this afternoon, and he had very little to say. In fact, he hung up on me twice. Back to you, Keith.
All right, Mark Douglas, live tonight in Tampa. Thank you.